Welcome to the 2020 Local Systems Bureau Regional Spring Meeting, which is being held remotely due to the coronavirus meeting size limitations. My name is Tom Brunchen. I'm the Local Systems Field Technician in the north side of the East Region. I'm presenting a PowerPoint that will help you develop change orders in a way that will save you time in getting them approved with minimal editing. This PowerPoint was assembled by my coworker, Doug Heron, who is the Local Systems Field Technician in the south side of the East Region. Let's get started. Change orders are a legal document that change the contract. It is very important they are written correctly. Local Systems field staff have seen common errors during these reviews. This presentation is a refresher on how to write a change order. A draft copy of the change order should be submitted to the Local Systems field staff for review prior to uploading it to DocExpress. Change orders in Appia can be reviewed in the system, providing you have given the Local Systems staff read-only access. When using the DocExpress change order form number 831240DX, it removes the wet signature page. All signatures will be applied in DocExpress. This form opens in a fillable format. After the draft review has been approved, you must convert it to a non-fillable form. This can be accomplished in a couple of ways. The first option is to print the final draft and scan it. The second option is to print as a PDF. Select print, choose print to a PDF as your printer, click print, choose the file location, add the file name, click save, and it is ready to upload to DocExpress. If not converted to a non-fillable PDF, this error message will appear on your screen. The correct change order will display this message on the last page. Change order number should be placed here. The number should start with 1 and run sequentially throughout the contract. If there is more than one project number with a tied project, there will only be one change order number 1, then change order number 2, etc. Each change order must be marked as either non-substantial or substantial. Guidance for classifying change orders can be found in Local Systems IM 6.00, Attachment D. Substantial change orders must have concurrence from the DOT Administrating Bureau prior to work being performed or change being implemented. An extra work effort over $150,000 is considered a substantial change order. This can be with a single item or multiple items. Change orders that include an overrun or underrun of original contract item or group of items, scope of work, are part of a change order amounting to $150,000 or more are considered substantial. They include changes in limits of contract scope of work, renegotiation of contract item unit price, changes to the method of measurement or basis of payment of a contract item, or changes to the price adjustment schedules for defective work detailed in the Iowa DOT Construction Manual. Value engineering proposals in accordance with Article 1105.14 of the Standard Specifications. Modifications to the terms of a contract, such as changes in contract periods, change of the late start date, change of the completion date, change in the number of working days without adding or deleting extra work. A contract extension of time, for example, adding work days for extra work of a non-substantial change, is not a substantial change order, but adjustment of time and critical closure periods is a substantial change order. These are examples of non-substantial change orders. Also, lump sum agreements. Force account and agreed price settlements less than $150,000. Change in quantity at the unit price from the established plan quantity not due to a plan or design change more than $150,000. And finally, deletion of a contract item valued at less than $50,000, extension of time due to extra or deletion of work, and other items at a pre-established rate, such as dust control or removal of anchor lugs. All are examples of non-substantial change orders. Concurrence date for substantial change orders need to be in writing. Concurrence dates need to be noted in the upper right-hand corner of the change order. If concurrence is not obtained, funding for the extra work could be lost. Non-substantial change orders do not need prior approval. The heading information of the change order can be found on the first few pages of the contract. Section A, description of a change to be made. This section contains a description of the change to be made. The most common changes are increasing or decreasing of an existing contract item quantity, adding a new item to pay for extra work. Some less common changes are adjusting existing specifications to a new specification, adjust the contract start time, and assess price adjustments or incentive and disincentive. We no longer use the 7,000 numbering system for existing items. Simply use the contract line number. When a new item is added, we still use the 8,000 numbering, starting at 8,001. Each new item will have sequential numbering. Special line numbers are 8998, liquidated damages, and 8999, stockpiled material. When adding a new item to the contract, verify the item number references the specification that applies. Most DOT item numbers will define this information. This information is placed in Section G. Some items do not provide the spec. 2599s and 6100 items are two examples. In these cases, you need to write a specification including the method of measurement and basis of payment. When adding a new item, all 5 parts need to be addressed: description of work, material requirements, construction requirements, method of measurement, and basis of payment. You can also reference a standard specification. Here are 3 examples of how to write a new item specification. Example 1, 8001, add an item for relocating field tile. Work involves exploratory excavation to locate existing tile, connect new tile, and outlet the tile at the right-of-way line. Materials and construction requirements per standard specification 2502 and standard road plan DR-302. Method of measurement. Item will not be measured separately for payment. Basis of payment. Lump sum. This payment is full compensation for all labor, equipment, and material needed to perform the work as specified. Item number, description used in Section G, 2599 9999-999010, relocating field tile. Example 2, 8002. Add an item for reclaimed revetment, Class E. Work includes removal of revetment placed previously on the project, stockpiling the material, loading, hauling, and placement of the revetment at a new location on the project. Bank shaping as necessary to replace the revetment is included in the cost. Place revetment per standard specification number 2507.03. Method of measurement by weight, tons, as determined by surveying the volume of the revetment placed and converting the volume to tons using a conversion factor of 105 pounds per cubic feet. Basis of payment, contract unit price per ton. This payment is full compensation for bank shaping, stockpiling, loading, hauling, and placement of the revetment that was reclaimed. Item number, description used in Section G, 2599-999020, reclaimed revetment, Class E. Example 3, 8003. Add item for protection of structural concrete. Perform work per standard specification 2403.03F. Method of measurement by volume, cubic yards. Basis of payment per standard specification 2403.05A4. Item number, description used in Section G, 6100-240-3020, protection of structural concrete. Section B, reason for change. When writing a reason for change, you need to reasonably detail the reason for the change. See the whys in this example. Section C, settlement of cost. Generally, one of 4 settlements are used: contract unit price, agreed unit price, agreed lump sum, and force account. Sometimes there are additional settlement of costs that can be used, as shown. Section D, justification of cost. This is not asking for more justification of why the work was needed. That information was covered in Section B. This is your justification for the amount you are paying for extra work. How did you determine the cost being paid is fair and reasonable? It needs to be an independent analysis of cost, performed by the engineering staff with information provided by the contractor. Stating contract invoice is not sufficient, nor is agreed price. There are several ways to justify cost for extra work. Most common is compare the cost to the DOT summary of award prices on BidX. Here's the web address for BidX. Choose the letting on the top menu bar. On the right side under Download, choose English. The file will include bid prices from that letting and the previous 11 lettings. Here's a screenshot of the BidX page. Here's a screenshot of the information provided with the high price, low price, and average price for each item. There are other ways to justify cost. Compare to a similar item, cost analysis based on Blue Book values, payroll expenses, rental rate charges, and actual materials invoiced. and costs can be justified by referring to the standard specifications. Here are a few more ways to justify cost. Make sure to provide the analysis with the draft change order to be reviewed. The justification should be evaluated before the prime markup is applied. Here is the allowable prime contractor markups according to standard specification 1109.03. Contract time adjustment. All change orders are required to address impacts to contract time. If extra time is added to the contract for extra work, a justification for the added time needs to be provided. Here are a few examples of justification. If additional time could be warranted but not determined, check the box for unknown at this time. Additional contract time can be added after extra work is complete. You should review the work's impact on the controlling item of work to determine if additional time is warranted. Here are a couple of questions you should ask yourself. Section F, items included in the contract. This section is to be used to increase or decrease existing contract item quantities for measured items or values for lump sum items. An X is to be placed in the federal aid box for costs that are federal aid eligible. An X is to be placed in the state aid box for costs to be federal aid swap, traffic safety funds, U-step, C-step, or RISE eligible funds. If no X is present, the item will be considered non-participating. Here's a screenshot of Section F and a couple of examples to show where the numbers go. The quantity is the increase or decrease in quantity, not the desired total quantity. For lump sum increases or decreases, the unit price is always $1 and the quantity is the dollar value. Section G, items not included in the contract, new items. This section is used to add new items. Similar to Section F, an X is required to indicate federal aid or state aid. If no X is present, the item will be viewed as non-participating. Change item number is sequential 8000 line number noted in Section A. Beginning with 8001, for contracts containing 2 or more projects, each project extra work item will begin with 8001 and numbered sequentially thereafter. Item numbers are taken from the DOT's item number listing. This is the web address you can find the Excel inspection worksheets. These can be downloaded for each contract item. If you refer to the index, you can identify the item number for any item the DOT has listed. It also provides you with the recommended support forms. The item description noted in G should match the item code you are using. A 2599 item will require you to define the item description. As in Section F, lump sum items, the unit price is $1 and the quantity equals the value of the lump sum. Please refer any questions to your local systems field staff. Thank you.